This mushroom soup is the perfect blend between Italian cuisine and Thai cuisine, and it's super umami, rich, and it will warm your heart. To make it, I take 30 grams of dried porcini mushrooms and I soak them in warm water for at least half an hour. Then I'm going to prepare my spice mixture. In a mortar and pestle, I add the seeds of 5 cardamom pods, 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds and 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds. And I work my spices until they turn into a fine powder. Then I chop 5 cloves of garlic and I fry them in some olive oil until they become slightly aromatic. I also chop 3 green Thai chilies and add them to the garlic. And along with the chilies, I'm also adding my spice mixture. When the chilies and spices release their aromas, I'm going to add a splash of water and 1 teaspoon of tomato paste. While the base of my soup is getting fragrant, I'm going to squeeze my porcini mushroom from all the water, put them aside and use the porcini water to deglaze the pot. When the porcini stock starts to boil, I also add 1 can of full-fat coconut milk. In the meanwhile, I chop 5 cremini mushrooms in thin slices and I'm going to cook them in 2 batches. So, in a pan I put a splash of olive oil, my cremini mushrooms, a splash of water and some salt. And I keep cooking my cremini mushrooms, stirring continuously until all the water is evaporated and my mushroom get a slight color. Then I cook my second batch of cremini mushrooms in the very same way, and when they are starting to shrink, I add my rehydrated porcini mushrooms. And remember to always taste your mushrooms while you cook them to see if they reached your desired texture. When our broth is slightly reduced, we can add our mushroom to the broth and let them boil in it for no more than 3 minutes. And now I serve my mushroom soup with some coriander leaves and a splash of olive oil. I had this soup with some Italian bread and it tastes amazing. It was super umami, it was super rich for the coconut milk, and it was an explosion of mushroom flavors. I really hope you will try this recipe, and if you want to see more recipes like this one, please consider subscribing to the channel.